All right. So today I'm going to talk about AI innovation on the cloud, and more specifically, how cloud and AI contributes to Alibaba's success in the retail industry. Now, before we get into the technology topics, here are the trends that we are seeing happening in both China and Southeast Asia. These are the trends that is driving the changes happening in the retail industry today. So as we can see, Gen Zs are consuming as much as 30% in fashion goods sales with overall growth of 400%. We've also seen that we have grown our online orders by 80%, obviously brought about by the current situation. It's also interesting that we have seen new segments, such as the men's cosmetics. Like in Double 11, men's cosmetics expenditure actually grew by more than 50%. And we've also seen people today are managing supply chains differently. Now, then there are new operations and new contents. Today, there are 300 million users or shoppers using Taobao Live. Previously, people just browsed products that in Taobao that Taobao has recommended to them. Today, we have a different driver for the traffic. Today, the traffic is brought over by KOL, or what we call key opinion leaders, or what we call influencers locally. So KOL have a lot of influence to the shoppers that they not only drive traffic, they also increase conversions. So how do we work with them? And how do we set up tools and provide them capabilities such as live streaming, which is vital to modern retail industry. Now, this is what we did back in 2019, showing how online and offline are starting to merge in the new retail. When we say new retail, it essentially creates new customer experiences without the boundaries between online and offline action. From discovery to study to purchase, all the way to feedback. We can see that some of the things that come from online are connected to some online actions. Offline behavior may contribute to online actions, and online actions may drive offline results. That means for a merchant to succeed in this digital era, one should be ready to embrace both the online and offline business model. So when we talk about offline, that is quite clear. However, when we talk about online, then there are a lot of innovative ways of working on the digital store, for example. If you have a digital store, and in that store, there may be screens that we can call cloud shelves. Those cloud shelves may let people try on clothes, cosmetics, view more product information, and other product details. Customers can even use the image search to take a picture of the product, search content in the database, and show how these products work. More so, they can even take a picture of a certain product so customer can view recipes applicable for a product. That opens a lot of contents that provides a better customer experience overall. And then we have store marketing. So for store marketing, this may provide customers with instant rewards. Traditionally, we give out vouchers after you purchase something. Today, to give our customer a better experience, we could set up tools that when customers come in the store, they can instantly be eligible for this voucher and use it immediately. And that's important because it actually drives a lot of conversions from the person viewing the product to a person actually purchasing the product. And then we have live broadcast. So for live broadcast, KOLs can provide their input about a certain product, their thoughts about the product, feedback, and influence their fan base to purchase this product. And then lastly, we have the offline experience. where customers in the offline store may acquire benefits or rewards, and they can take all of those in their online journey on the online storefronts. So how have we helped traditional retailers with digital solutions? So I'm going to talk about three examples. So first off is we have the Tang. Um, so Tang is one of the longest living company in China. It's actually established back in 16th or 17th century. They sell Chinese medicines offline, and today they have expanded their business to include diagnosis, food and beverage, Chinese medicine, and other derivative products. What we did was we established both online and offline touchpoints that allow people to post questions and get advices regarding their health and basically what they do to keep themselves healthy. Then there are both online and offline analytics to understand the life cycle of the customer, where the customer is at within the life cycle, what is the most valuable thing I could provide to the customers. Next is we have Tinwa. So Tinwa is on the right-hand side, is a end-to-end e-commerce platform. So the screenshots are here of the mobile app. As you can see, there are banners and there are channels and there are recommendation results based on the channel. So customers can do shopping or they can browse the categories and go to the nearest stores. Here we have the QR code. Basically, they can scan a QR code for either for delivery, or you can get information about what other people are saying about the book from 10,000 other stores. So it is actually significantly helping the business optimize both their inventory and delivery. Our last example is the Haidilao. So they're one of the largest F&B chain in China, and they actually have a community that allow people to work with each other in different topics and different channels. There are memberships, and then there is also a location service that provide to get to a location and get a digital queue number. Of course, that comes along with other features that provide feedback and or complaints to the company. So these are some of the exciting examples of how we have helped traditional retailers transition into the digital world. So after working with so many retail customers, before they get transformed, they encounter these typical challenges in their transformation journey. First point is how do you work with online touch points, including your own channels and third-party platforms? How can they do omni-channel order fulfillment to make sure they are operating efficiently, that they don't have excess stocks and they are doing fulfillment in a timely manner? Next is how can they do omni-channel marketing? Today, you can't do marketing in one channel. You need to cover as much as possible and you need to leverage as much as marketing channels as you can. Next is the second point. How do you operate on your own private traffic? Today, there's a high volume of public traffic in the internet. But those are public traffic, meaning you don't really know them. And the challenge is how do you convert those into your private traffic? How can you encourage them to sign up as a member so that you know them and do various things to keep them loyal? How do you activate potential members? And how do you prevent member churn and prevent them from being dormant? Lastly, how do you increase the members' equity? And then we move on to the last challenge, which is how do you get data-driven decisions? For example, in campaigns, should I run this campaign to everyone? Or should I run it for a target segment? What kind of rewards shall I provide for these target segments? Or when should I exactly run this campaign? How long? Then finally, how should I know if I have sufficient inventory? Then how do I make sure I put supplies into optimal warehouses to fulfill my orders during the campaign? So these are the value of data-driven decisions we can have. Now, having said that, how can we help traditional retailers to tackle these challenges? And now I'll talk about the technology. So Alibaba provides Alibaba provides our customers the capability to have their own online channel, their own domain fairly easily. They just upload their contents and then it's available online. But it's not a monolithic application, meaning the backend is not only supporting the website, it's also supporting various channels, meaning you can upload your whole catalog, product catalog with your pricing. You can manage your channel pricing as well, inventory allocation, and you can I mean inventory allocation into warehouses, and you can even do settlements management. And that links to warehouse management to make sure that you are managing your warehouse and fulfillment properly. Next is we have our loyalty campaign. So it's actually a loyalty campaign system to create your loyalty programs, rewards, complimentary, and then collecting all of this data from your upper and lower funnel. So you can know your customer better. And so you can have data-driven decision answering basically three most important questions. Who should I, who I should get, who should I run the campaign to, and what kind of reward is suitable for that target market. Then we have cloud POS. Traditionally POS systems are running independently. It's basically a software that you install in a desktop machine, and it only manages the offline side of things. Today, once you have the omni-channel management, then your POS can be cloud-based. So all the pricing, product catalog, settlements, all the order management can all be managed within this omni-channel management platform. Then your cloud POS can just become the front end. And the beauty of it is now seamlessly integrated with your omni-channel management and then integrated with your loyalty and campaign platform. That means that if you place an order in any of your channel, you can do replacement or refund even in the offline channel. If you find anything interesting in offline, you can work with the POS to find out what happens, what is the purchase history of both online and offline transactions. So with this technology, your omni-channel operation is actually solved. Here, I'm providing an illustration of how our e-commerce platform looks like. What are the different types of scenarios that we are supporting? So we support B2B. This is for brand carriers, and these are for the brand owners, and they are both the sellers and the operators, and they can sell goods, publicize themselves, and interact with their customers inside the platform. And then we have the B2B2C. You can use this to run a marketplace if your partners or tenants. You can onboard them to create your very own marketplace, and merchants can sell while you can manage the platform. Then we have O2O. O2O is basically made for supermarkets and convenience stores that allows them to enable booking and offline collection. So this is this is an illustration of how the out-of-box product supposedly can look like. So all of the gray boxes here are the default features that you get within your product. You can set up promotions, you can set up vouchers, carts, catalog, payment, delivery, and feedback. Basically, it's Lazada in your fingertips. And this is a full cycle of e-commerce. And today, within just a couple of days of setting up this environment, you will have all these capabilities and you can start running your business. Similarly to the merchant with offline business model, you just need to enable some of your store information then have a store client or a PDA for your pickup and packaging, and then uh, your online merchant with online business model is enabled within a couple of weeks. So um, your customers may order online. They will get a QR code, and then when they are at the store, you can scan that QR code, and the package is ready for them. So this is a this is a solution for a brand distributor. For example, if you are carrying brands and you are doing sales for each of these brands and are working on various online touch points such as Lazada, the brand's website, other channels, and your uh, O2O POS solutions, then these orange boxes will become handy. Omni-channel OMS, this part over here, is supposed to work with channels like Lazada, your brand's domain, and other channels and cloud POS. In this OMS, instead of the online channels working directly to your warehouses or your POS or your financial systems, it goes to the OMS instead. Having an online OMS will solve a lot of problems by allowing you to, one, consolidate all the product management in one place. Second is process your orders in a consolidated way, having holistic way of managing your inventories and doing settlements even before numbers get into your financial systems. And lastly, you're able to manage your promotions across all your online channels. After that, we can now set up your omni-channel loyalty. With omni-channel, you can enable users from all of these channels in yellow boxes to enjoy the benefits and rewards that they acquire over time. Now, since you have Omni Business running, then data analytics becomes easier because all your data is streamlined and consolidated in the omni-channel platforms. You basically just need to extract your data and start your analytics, customer profiling, and predictions. Last but not least, we have the social CRM. This will be another aspect for you to convert public traffic into private traffic from the social media. So this is what we think is the best practice for the next generation of retailers. With this business model, you are able to set up your online footprint and enables seamless experience between your online and offline stores. And you can achieve operational efficiency by consolidating all the operations into one. With that, you can provide personalized offering and be able to do data-driven operations, and at the same time attain user growth by converting public traffic as much as possible. Next is how do we Alibaba ourselves are running loyalty. I'm going to talk about we run how we should reward not only the lower funnel but also the upper funnel. So we have a program called 88 VIP. So we have lots of benefits, including free delivery, uh, uh, video access, so on and so forth. So how do you become a member how do you become a VIP basically? So our users have two choices. First is you pay 888 RMB per year, and that's actually quite expensive. And what if the member doesn't want to pay for that? Then the member could try and get Taobao points um, for more than 1,000. And so how do you earn these points? That is earned by interacting with the business, such as posting reviews, checking into the app, then interact with the merchants or provide valuable information to the products, and so on. Which means the upper funnel basically. If the member wants to achieve higher points, they don't necessarily have to keep on buying things. They can instead interact, and as a result, more and more people are interacting with our business, and we know the customer better. We know what's suitable for them. And after they've interacted with the system, they can enjoy all these benefits, and then we can provide them more value added services. Now, after we get all this data, by being able to track or collect it, we want to use data, of course, in a good way. We collect the data so we know how the market looks like. What is the preference trend of all these customers? What kind of customer segments are there? And what are the popular products? I can use all of this information to make a decision to questions like what kind of products can I use in my store? What type of customer should I target to? Then finally, how should I do my personalized rewarding system? So this is the platform we basically provide to many of our merchants or retailers to provide them with best practices in managing data and enable them to turn their data into business value. These are the some of the simple data-driven decisions about how to increase one, your customer base, then your customer transactions, and then also retain the customers. So by adapting to the data middle end platform, we achieve a single version of truth. Um, we get one ID connection and cross ID collections across all of our channels. We have harmonized metrics and label glossary, and then we have unified data platform as a service. Then for customer behavior modeling, we can eventually know what is the next best offer, which is to offer the right product or service to the right customer at the right time across all of our product lines. Finally, these are some of the devices that we offer and some of our solutions for offline stores and how we convert them from the traditional store towards becoming a digital store. So we have different types of POS. We have our kiosk product as well. Um, and that's it. So here are the customer cases or that we have done for the new retail. And that ends my presentation for today.